Treyarch dropped yet another update that broke Black Ops 6 again. I'll break down the stats of that right now. Verdansk Returning, a release date on that, the minor one results from the CDL event this past weekend, other updates, and much more. But Call of Duty matchmaking broken. Today's update broke matchmaking in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. It is currently impossible to find a match. Modern Warzone has been searching for a game for over 10 minutes and still haven't found one. So let me know down below first off, what is the status of matchmaking if you're trying to play Warzone, multiplayer, zombies? Are you able to find a match? Are there other issues outside of just the matchmaking issue as well? Because it seems like this update that just dropped today, which was supposed to be a minor update, broke the entire game. Now, Call of Duty updates did respond, hashtag Black Ops 6 and Warzone. As we roll out the current update, players may temporarily notice longer than usual matchmaking times. So just the update rolling out is messing with matchmaking, but it's not a big deal according to them. Modern Warzone says patch notes. This also feels like a weird explanation since the update has been out for over 30 minutes already. Interesting stuff there. So as of now, there isn't a full fix out. It seems like it's just a part of the update unless there's a bigger issue where they'll update again later on after this video is uploaded. So again, just let me know down below when you're playing the game, maybe what time you're commenting as well, so people know if it's, ready and you could actually play, or if there's still an ongoing issue. And I guess you'll know as well just by naturally playing the game. But, I'm recording this video at 12:44 p.m. Eastern, so we'll see what ends up happening. Let's check Call of Duty updates one last time as I'm recording. So same thing as well, a longer than usual matchmaking times. That's all that they're saying right now. So we'll see what ends up happening very soon. And let me know down below the current status from your guys' games as well. And before I break down some more updates, quick shout to the sponsor, U4GM. If you need cheap COD points, rare Black Ops 6 unlock codes, BO6 master camos, BO6 easy lobbies, and much more. A bunch of stuff over there. Use code MATT for an extra 5% off. The links are down below. And for a quick update, new rumor claims the Nintendo Switch 2 will be revealed later this week, potentially on Thursday, January 16th. The leak also claims the new console will launch in May or June of this year. So I know I'm a Call of Duty channel, but this is pretty cool. It's a big deal, and I'm a Nintendo fan as well. Honestly, I've played a lot of different games, Mario games back in the day, and I got the new Mario Party, actually, the Jamboree one, which is pretty fun. So I'm kind of excited for this. So if you guys want me to cover a little bit of this on the channel, if it does get revealed this Thursday, I'd be down. Nintendo is not the best with copyright rules on YouTube, so I may get copyrighted, but no ads. It's not a big deal for one or two videos, honestly. It'd be fun to talk about something a bit different. I still like Call of Duty, right? But this would be kind of cool. So let me know down below if you want to see some minor coverage on that. And for the CDL minor, one event we just saw this past weekend, quick update on the entire bracket. This was kind of expected, but not expected as well. Royal Ravens making it to the finals. That was expected. They've been great online, a solid team. I want to see them perform on LAN, but still, cool to see them get into the finals, beating Optic as well. Not surprising, two great teams right now. FaZe has been really struggling. And they, beat Miami, which was kind of expected. Thieves, not that expected. 3-2 against Rocker. Rocker, really great weekend. Great showing from them. Rocker almost beat FaZe, but they beat Rocker and then beat Royal Ravens in the final. So FaZe, huge comeback. Back to form, honestly. I think the big surprise for me is just Rocker. I did not expect Rocker to do this well. I had LAG winning match one. So Rocker, definitely I want to see how these guys play on LAN. Boston, great as well. Almost beat Optic. Thieves, Ultra, that was close as well. So we'll see how LAN goes. But overall, pretty solid minor one online event. I like this style tournament. Instead of league matches, having a tournament style bracket is really cool. But I really want to see this LAN event in Madrid as well. That's really sick. First European event in 5 years, right? So I'll be covering that, of course, on the channel. Now, in other news, Verdansk will reportedly return to Warzone in Season 3 of BO6 and Warzone. We had, obviously the teasers for Verdansk returning at some point first half of 2025. But now, based on some leaks, it seems to be very likely that we are getting Verdansk in Warzone Season 3, which is so far. It's going to be around probably early April based on the current season. Season 2 comes out end of January, so into February, into March, early April for the launch of Season 3, which is really sick. And hopefully it's not Season 3 Reloaded, because we don't have a specification on that there, but I'm very sure the whole marketing for the entirety of Season 3 is going to be all around Verdansk. and they're going to want to drop that at the launch of this new update. So that's really cool. This is insane as well. Fringe is on Verdansk. So Fringe from BO3 got leaked out, was in the files, right? Or there were rumors about it returning, but it seems to be a POI on Verdansk. So that means that Verdansk might not be the exact same from what we saw back in 2020 alongside MW19, which I'm down with because Verdansk was a nostalgic classic map, but was it perfect? No, honestly. I think a lot of the reason why it was so fun was because it was the pandemic. Everyone was locked inside. Warzone was a new thing. It was a ton of fun back then. Mechanics were, completely different back then as well. So is Verdansk going to hit the same? No. Is it going to be fun? Yes, it's definitely going to be fun. But I think this is good that it may be slightly different from what we saw before. Some slightly different POIs. Fringe from BO3 returning. That's really cool. Hopefully not just for Warzone, but as a separate multiplayer map as well. That'd be so fire. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But it's going to be cool to see Verdansk return, what that looks like, other updates alongside of it as well, and much more. This is also kind of interesting. Sledgehammer Games MP Development Director is leaving the studio after 15 years. So he worked on plenty of Call of Duties. MW3, which of course was with, IW, AW, World War II, Vanguard, MW3. This is so interesting. So hopefully, he has a great rest of his career. If he's retiring, maybe not. I'm not so sure what he's doing, but he's done with Sledgehammer. So, hopefully he has a good life after Sledgehammer. It's probably really fun to be like this lead guy, lead development director, or maybe not lead, but he seems to have had a pretty big role in the development of Sledgehammer multiplayer games. It's just cool as a Call of Duty fan having that type of role, but it of course comes with a lot of pressure, I'd assume, right? Because you have people already saying in the replies 15 years and not making a single good title that wasn't in collaboration with another studio. So look, I don't want to be a hater here. MW3, Fire COD, AW, I think was super fun. A lot of people didn't like it. Jetpacks, it was very different from Boots on the Ground, but I thought that was a solid MP, especially. Maybe supply drops, not the best decision, but I doubt this was this guy's decision. It was probably Activision, right, that wanted supply drops. World War II, not the best. Vanguard, definitely the worst out of the bunch here. And MW3, again, we're talking about multiplayer. MW3, really good, honestly. A really solid multiplayer. So, not the worst pedigree here. And the Ghost of Hope says, telling of where COD is at and headed when the heads of Treyarch and Sledgehammer are leaving. So, this is interesting. Look, I'm not going to say Call of Duty is on the downtrend right now. I do really hope we go... I don't want to say go back to how it was before, because before there were a lot of issues back then as well. It's not like I don't like Call of Duty now, but I definitely want to see a bit more focus on in terms of multiplayer. Unless I'm just so disconnected from the community nowadays, these multiplayer maps past couple of years have not been it. Sledgehammer's MW3 DLC maps were the best set of MP maps we've had in a fairly long time. The Cold War MP maps were, for the most part, pretty good. Not my favorite, honestly, but for the most part, pretty good. The most recent best multiplayer maps we've had, in my opinion, comes from a game I barely played, Black Ops 4. 2018 was the last time we had some really good MP maps. That felt like, especially some classic Treyarch multiplayer maps. The Cold War MP maps were kind of Treyarch-like, but not exactly. And the Black Ops 6 maps don't feel like Treyarch MP maps whatsoever. So again, maybe there's just a new community of Call of Duty MP players that love all these maps. And that it is what it is, I guess. But I feel like there's still a huge chunk of people that want to see more of those classic MP maps, BO3 style, BO4 style, BO2 style. I'm not saying they all have to be super small, because the Black Ops 6 maps, a lot of them are actually really small. It's just the layouts are so incredibly awkward and weird. Again, maybe I'm hating. I really try not to hate for no reason, but it is so interesting to see. So if that's the direction Call of Duty is going in, especially for MP, I don't know, man. I'm not going to really like that, but we'll see what ends up happening. I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. Directors, leads of studios leave and get switched out all the time. So we'll see who's the new guy in charge, and we'll see what ends up happening. But let me know down below your opinions on the updates. Subscribe for more videos like this. Shout out to the members, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.